You can go under and there's a button. It's not even was there before.
Test. Well, this says it is running.
That was not even a choice, so.
You know what's up there right now?
So we go to audio?
Yep. Meeting L4 plus on the
Oh, okay.
So let me see if that worked here.
Hello? It should be beginning.
Do we have to do anything over, Maury?
Yep, that's it. Great, awesome.
What did you do? Well, I need to know what to do. He's not here. What did you do?
No, it is running. It's good.
What did you do?
What did I do?
Yeah.
I think it was just turning it off and on again.
So do we have to redo
I
some?
don't believe so. I can repeat again if you'd like me to.
If you would just go from
8.3.
8.3 down.
I can go very quickly. Sorry, I apologize to the audience and staff and council, but we reviewed the committee of the whole agenda. And some items of interest were 8.1, the Marina Channel dredging. Staff shared a report with council that recommended that council support the dredging project. Staff reviewed the budget and recent generous donation from Alamos Gold to the project for $10,000. Alex also reported that he's received some other donations that aren't official yet, but will be forthcoming. So council agreed and will show whether they support a financial donation of municipality following this meeting on the regular meeting by resolution. 8.2 was a memo on the health and safety, water and sewer funding, and council agreed that staff should apply for funding for services down Algoma Street to loop the dead ends and provide services so it could open up some property along Algoma as well as provide a good guaranteed water source for our hospitals. So based on the recommendation from Crescent Engineering and other reports that council has done, our water and sewer master plan that this project's included in, as well as some other reports. So as a high priority, council agreed we should apply, and then if we were successful, staff will come back to council at a future date to review a financing plan for our portion, which would be 25% at 1.3 million of a $5.3 million project, roughly a 75%, 25% split. Then following that, council reviewed a request from the owner of 68 Broadway Avenue to consider funding for community improvement, financial incentive, and council has directed that staff bring this to the Economic Development and Tourism Committee for a recommendation to come back to council at its meeting on July 15th. And then council adjourned the meeting at 6:47.
Are we ready to go for the next one? Okay, call to order, no members present, which I did before. Disclosure of pecuniary interest, is there any?
None.
Approval of the agenda.
Moved by Councillor Cannon, second by Councillor Pato, resolved that the agenda for the regular meeting of council scheduled for Tuesday, June 17th, 2025 be approved as presented.
All in favor? Delegations and presentation, we don't have any. Announcement and giving of notice. If you look all the way through there, it tells you what's going on. So we'll go to the next, adoption of minutes.
Moved by Councillor Pato, second by Councillor Cannon, resolved that the following minutes of the meetings of council be adopted as presented. Minutes of a regular meeting of council held on Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025, as contained on pages 1 to 5, inclusive of the minute book.
All in favor? The correspondence, does anybody have anything to say about the correspondence that came in?
I just have a question on the funding that we didn't get. Can you explain what kind of funding you applied for that we didn't get?
Yeah, so there was a recent Community Sport and Recreation Infrastructure Fund, which has not existed in the past, and it was specifically for maintenance of community facilities such as community centers, arenas, whatever it was kind of included in that fund, which happens very rarely. Typically, there's lots of funding for new builds, stuff like that, but this is one of the few funds I've come across that you could do something like a roof. So that's what we applied for at the community center, was to redo the roof. The application was, I'm gonna say 50 to 60 pages, including the supporting documents. And as you can see here, they had more than 400 project submissions received. Each municipality was only allowed one submission, so that looks like most of the municipalities in Ontario applied for that. And unfortunately, we were not successful.
That's too bad, Alex.
And then the 7.4, can I ask one
Sure.
more?
Absolutely.
The requirements for the firefighter certification, how is that going to affect us?
Well, this resolution from the Township of Black River Matheson is asking municipalities to support their resolution that's requesting the ministry to not enforce the additional mandatory fire-to-fire certification requirements. Our force, I wish the chief was here, but I'll do my best to say, have, the majority were grandfathered in, so we already met those mandatory requirements. And as council knows, or at least our members on the fire committee, our new hirees are undergoing, that certification process, which takes time, hours, and courses. So, it doesn't impact us unless this resolution is successful at the provincial government level, and sent back, which would take some time. From my own opinion, based on how these certification requirements came about, they came about to ensure that our firefighters are trained properly for their own health and safety. I could see perhaps the government maybe delaying them, but not eliminating them. But to answer your question, it doesn't impact us at all. If you would like, and council directs, we would put a supporting resolution. Council agrees with that resolution at the next meeting.
Yeah, that'd be a good
You
idea.
would like me to,
Yes, please.
majority?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Consent agenda, approval of the consent agenda.
Moved by Councillor Cannon, second by Councillor Pato. I resolve that the item listed on the consent agenda 8.2 be approved as recommended.
All in favor? Receive community board minutes, resolution.
We already did that under consent, 8.2.
Oh, so we did all of them? Is that how it goes?
Oh, yeah, there's two sets of
I
minutes.
do this very seldom, you guys.
Yeah, we
Anyway.
did 8.2, yeah.
Staff reports and memos.
Moved by Councillor Cannon, second by Jim Hoffman. Resolved that council does hereby receive the following staff reports memos. 1, Protective Services Department, May monthly report. AP 2025-08, Wawa Marine Channel dredging. DB memo, Health and Safety Water and Sewer funding. CAO 2025-07 report, CIP 68 Broadway. Sorry, 1 second. The Protective Services Department, KS 2025-06 May monthly report, and the Infrastructure Services. No, I have Protective Services, sorry, excuse me, I'm getting myself mixed up. So Protective Services May monthly report, Infrastructure Services May monthly report, Community Services and Tourism Department May monthly report, AP 2025-08 Wawa Marine Channel dredging, DB memo, Health and Safety Water and Sewer funding, and CAO 2025-07 report, CIP 68 Broadway.
All in favor? New business. Approving funding to assist in supporting the 2025 Marina dredging project, resolution.
Moved by Councillor Hoffman, second by Councillor Cannon, that Council of the Municipality of Wawa approves that an upset limit of $15,000 be provided to assist in supporting the 2025 Marina dredging project as being undertaken by local volunteers and that the funding will be reduced equal to any funds raised, grants or donations provided towards the dredging expenses received, excluding the $10,000 donation from Alamos Gold. Further, that the $15,000 be transferred from the conditional reserve for the marina to the marina operating budget.
All in favor? Bylaws, first, second, and third reading resolutions, Maureen?
Moved by Councillor Cannon, second by Councillor Hoffman, resolved that the following bylaws be introduced and read a first, second, and third time and finally passed, and that the mayor and clerk do sign and seal the same. Any rule of this council to the contrary notwithstanding. Bylaw number 3798-25 to confirm the proceedings of council as being held on the 17th day of June 2025. Bylaw number 3800-25 to authorize the Corporation of Municipality Wawa to enter into an agreement with the Royal Bank of Canada respecting the provision of banking and security for the municipality Wawa. Bylaw number 3801-25 to appoint a treasurer and deputy clerk. Bylaw number 3802-25 to adopt municipality Wawa policy number HR 017, student wages and hiring. Bylaw number 3803-25 to adopt municipality Wawa policy number HR 007, council remuneration.
All in favor? The next meeting date, Tuesday, July 15th. And an adjournment, close the meeting. Thank you very much.
Moved by Councillor Hoffman, second by Councillor Cannon, resolved that the meeting close at 7 p.m.
Thank you. All in favor?